Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make Jamaican cocoa bread. But before we go any further, what is Jamaican cocoa bread? Jamaican cocoa bread is a popular staple bread in Jamaica and other parts of the Caribbean, made primarily with flour and coconut milk, slightly sweetened just to tickle your taste bud, and also buttery and firm on the outside but soft in the inside. Let us take you through the process. Sit back, relax, do enjoy this video. If this is your first time watching this channel, just to let you know you're welcome. Happy to have you. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. Do leave positive comment. So to make your cocoa bread, I'm gonna use I'll be using fresh yeast. Number one, it tastes better. Now to activate this yeast, I'm gonna add some water to this, and I'm using a bit of warm water. So I'm using about 50 grams of fresh yeast. This, I'm using about 2 spoons of coconut cream or coconut milk, whichever way you want to call it. And I'm going to use a whisk, and I'm going to dissolve this. So I have some salt here. I'm using 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm using 2 teaspoons of sugar. You can use of your choice. So to start that off, I'll be adding some flour to this particular mixture, and this is to get the yeast going. So I'm just going to use a fork and stir this in. So basically this is like my starter. So I'm just going to put a cling film over this, or plastic wrap. We're gonna set this aside. So if you notice something here, you notice this started puffed up here. Look at that. That's the yeast activating. So what I'm gonna do now, lift this off. You seen that? So I'm in good business now. What I'm gonna do, you can use a mixer to do this. I'm gonna add flour in. So this time I'm gonna use a rubber spatula. You see that? That's what I'm looking for. So that's good. That's a good sign that your yeast working and been activate. So I just do this by hand to show you that, you know, if you don't have a mixer, you can make it with your hand. So because you have coconut milk in this, if you want to add some butter later on, you know, you can do that. So let's just go ahead and pour all of this in. So now the dough actually come together. But I'm going to put it out on this. When making this dough, make sure, you know, it need to be sticky. Very important. So I'm just going to take a bit of butter on my hand and put it in. And I'm going to knead this. It's going to be a little bit messy, but you need to knead this in. But don't worry, you will get it in eventually. what I'm doing now, I'm working the butter in it. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna get my spatula and I'm gonna use the spatula to work this in. So what this do is like the spatula help to scoop it up off the board. So now I'm gonna go in with some flour on that, and it's just to smooth him out a little bit. So far, I like the consistency of the dough. So I'm just keep kneading it a little bit. Still gonna need some flour on this. So the dough is ready. And if you notice, still sticky. What I need to do now, I need to cut them in the shape I want them. Or rather the size. So you don't want them too small. So what I'm gonna do after I cut these, I'm gonna weigh them. And the reason why I'm weighing them is because I want them the same size. So I'll put a little bit on this. And then I'm gonna take my digital scale out. So basically I need to zero this. So once it's been zero, alright, that's zero. Jump in a little bit. So that's there is about 142 grams. So you can work with that. So these are good to go now. So what I'm gonna do, you can either do it like this, roll it up. It's very important. So this what I'm showing you here, it's an old school style. It's old school when I used to work at a party place. So as you can feel the dough, the yeast is quite active. Because I'm using fresh yeast, which make it taste better. So I'm just doing them like this. I could get 6 out of this, but I don't want them too small because I'm going to put patty in it and show you how we do this in the Caribbean or, in other Caribbean countries also. So we're going to leave them and we're going to let them raise out a little bit. Then we're going to push them down and roll them back out. Stay tuned. So these are puffed up now, or they raise out. So I'm going to take it through the next stages. The next stages, we're going to push them down like this. Make sure you have flour on it. I'm going to use my small rolling pin. So I want to get this at an angle. Let me just push this over, show you exactly what's going on. So we're going to do them like this. So I need a little bit more size, length on this. So just roll it out a little bit. Very important. So what I'm going to do now, get your butter, margarine, whatever you have. You're going to put the butter in. You don't have to put it all over. Just put it around like this. Then you're just going to come over with this. So I have a baking tray here already ready. So I'm just going to put this on it, and I'll be repeating the same process. So these are raised out lovely. I'm just going to spray them with a bit of water on the top. And this just helps to keep it moist when it's in the oven. So we're just going to put them in our oven now. Oven is set at 230 degrees. So just going to put them inside the oven now. So look at these beauty in the oven. So I'm just going to spray some more water on the top of them. It's keeping nice and moist. So what I'm doing now, I just take it out of the oven. I'm just going to spray them with a little more water. And then we're going to put him back straight in the oven. Make him nice and soft and fluffy. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment the world have been waiting for. You know, the Olympic cocoa bread out of the oven. We're going to brush him. I'm well pleased, you know, with the size, the texture, the color. You know, I'm very happy with this recipe. So normally you need to brush him with some butter. You know, keep the top nice and soft. Because if it's too hard, this is not cocoa bread. So that's how we do it, even in the bakery, when I used to work in the bakery. But this one is homemade. But it's a world-class Linden cocoa bread. They're very hot, so I'm going to take it up. Normally, when you know they cook, you need to check the bottom. So we check the bottom and see what it looks like. You see that? That should show you that it's cooked. Look inside. Take time, open them. Wow. See that? Nice, hot and steam coming out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, give this video like, share, thumbs up. Please do consider to subscribe also. So in Jamaica, how we normally do this in Jamaica, we have a patty here, which is made by Linden. So normally you open this, open one of them. Normally you should need to let it cool down a bit first, and then you open it. So this one is a little bit cool. So look at this. So that's how we do it in the Caribbean. Look at that. the world-class cocoa bread. It's good to go. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen.